Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits reviews. And it's raining, eh? God, we haven't seen any rain for quite a while, especially in Nottingham anyway. And just been in the hot tub, totally chilled out, had a few pints, well chilled. But anyway, tonight I'm going to review one of, it's a Nottingham brewery that, based in Hucknall. They've got a pub. They've got several pubs, but the one pub that I know of it is based in Arnold. Little John Robin Hood, whatever it is. It's at the end of the high street facing the library. Brilliant pub. Had many an occasion in there with my Sainsbury's workmates. Got a great selection of beers. Got, 10 pumps, something like 10 pumps on one side, 10 pumps on the other side, and a massive selection of beers and ciders, and you can even take home like 4 pints in a carton. The future of pubs. They even let dogs in the pub. They let dogs in the pub, and they've got dog beer, and it's not obviously not alcoholic. When they get the dogs drunk, but dog beer, and the dogs will come in and they'll be drinking the beer, and I tell you what. As a recipe for pubs go, absolutely fantastic. The pubs are always busy, never any idiots in, and that's what you want. They don't do meals, like most pubs do these days. They rely on meals, restaurant, like a restaurant, to keep them going. This pub doesn't. It relies on real ales, and it brings in a lot of people. And in fact, it was that successful that Blue Monkey, another Nottingham brewery, Nottingham-based brewery anyway, brought a pub down the road, and they're using that as their base because, it's turned Arnold from which is a small town just on the outskirts of Nottingham, from a town with lots of pubs that had, reputations, should we say, into real ale pubs, and decent real ale pubs as well. And it's brought people to Arnold. It can only be a good thing. But anyway, today I'm going to review Lincoln Green's Archer. Now, luckily for us in Nottingham, I don't know if it extends around the country, but obviously the brewery is on our doorstep in Hucknall, and they do some fantastic Nottingham-based beers. This is Archer, obviously themed around Robin Hood. There's also Marion. There's Hood. There's Buttermutch, which is a butterscotch flavoured beer. My wife last Christmas or the Christmas before? Can't remember now. Whichever Christmas it was, she bought me 9 pints in a carton keg thing, and 2 days, 9 pints gone. Oh, absolutely. The dogs are brilliant. Really nice beer. So. I've obviously drank their beers before. I've drank all of them. The good thing about the Lincoln Green pubs, and most pubs these days probably do the same sort of thing, you can go in and you can get thirds, which is great. So you pay for a normal pint, but you get thirds of a pint, which, if you don't like something, you have a third, and you get one you like, you get a pint. So fantastic way of doing it. Also gets you drunk quicker, because as you know, when you drink different beers, it goes to your head quicker. Yeah, it certainly does to me, so I'm sure it's the same for other people. So, Archer is an American IPA. It's 4.5%. Ain't no way I'm reading the back of that bottle. It's in black and the sheds. I ain't got the light on. So, on ratebeer.com, because for some strange reason, Beer Advocate hasn't got it on their site. So it says, cask and bottle conditioned, occasional American IPA in hops we trust. Blonde and packed with 3 of the biggest hitting USA hops. This one punches above its ABV with a surprising amount of body. So, let's have a look at a few reviews. Someone from Newark. Slight hazy with a thick white head, citrusy and floral aroma and taste, medium body. This one's from the Beer Festival, Nottingham Beer Festival at the Castle, which is, there's like 1,000 beers. I mean, bloody hell. I'm lucky enough to have 10, and sometimes if you're sneaky you can get a sample, I've got friends, Marie, if you ever watch this, who goes around getting samples, and they can get pissed on the samples, you can't fault that, can you? Going around like, I can have a sample of that, and it's a great way of getting beers, because sometimes you'll see a beer and it'll sound really nice. And what you do is you get the festival book, and you do your homework before you start going there. So you look for all the ones you want, pinpoint the ones you want. But you'll go to the stand, and you say, "Oh, can I have a sample of that? See if I like it." And if you like it, then you'll either get a third or a half, and then more after that. But it is a great way of getting drunk for free as well. And you see the people behind the bar serving, and I think a lot of them are volunteers, and they get free beers as well. I would be absolutely steaming if I was there. I'd be there, just especially if it's a decent size, and there's no one watching you. I'd be 3 hours. I'd be battered going home. Right, so Lincoln Green Archer, clear medium yellow colour with a small to average frothy fair lacing, mostly diminishing. White to off-white head. Aroma is a moderate malty, pale malt, light to moderately hoppy, citrus fruity. Flavour is moderate sweet and moderate to light. Light heavy bitter with an average to long duration. Fruity citrus. Body is medium, but texture is oily to watery. Carbonation is soft to flat. Didn't really. At least if you're going to review it, put something that sounds actually half decent. Here's another one. Pour pale gold with white head. Well hopped, smooth and refreshing, decent pale. And there's only 13 reviews on the site, so there's not many reviews. So, let's crack it open. And luckily my TV's not been battered too much. Now, you can get these from the brewery, you can probably get these from the pub, but Co-op in Nottinghamshire, it may be a thing where all year around the country, but it may be a thing that they just support Nottinghamshire beers. They sell them on a 2 for £4 deal. You can't fault that. And support your local breweries. No one wants to see breweries go out of business, and some of these breweries like this, and Blue Monkey especially, Springhead, they do some good beers. Right, let's pour this open. Sorry for the glass, it is a bit dirty, but I'm not going back out in the rain because it's chucking it down at the moment. So it's pouring a light golden colour. Plenty of carbonation. I am using my Stella Cedra glass. Oh, it's actually gone to a quite low carbonation lacing. Still a decent head on it. As you can see, it's got a lovely colour to it. I don't understand the classifications between American Pale Ale, Indian Pale Ale and English Pale Ale, but it's a Pale Ale. And it is, it lives up to its name. It's got a lovely white head on it. Yeah, smell of hops, definitely. Definitely some citrus as well. Now I've had some other beers tonight, so I'm going to have to get about halfway down before it cleanses my palate. Oh, that's got a nice taste, It. I have drank it before, but as you do, you can't remember. You can't remember every single beer you've drank, especially when you get drunk. So, still got a nice head on it. You can see the lacing. It's not massive, even though it is the Cedra glass, so it's like a gentle lacing, or carbonation. but it's enough to keep the head going. So you know that's a good sign. Just pour the rest of the bottle in. You can see then when you do that how much it bubbles up, and then obviously it's going back to just a gentle carbonation. Lovely taste to it. You know, it's what was the strength? 4.5%. Yeah, it's, you know, it's got a nice taste to it. And I am impressed with this company because every time I've gone in to their Lincoln Green pubs, you know, the staff are decent, but you know, these days customer service has got to be spot on. You know, you don't want to go into a place because obviously, one, you know, you start getting bad customer problems and pubs go downhill quickly. So in this day and age, same with shops, you know, the focus on customer service is massive. And you know, be a nice person. You know, it's like when you're working. You know, be that nice person. Don't be, you know, don't be, you know, the other side of things. But anyway, lovely. You know, it's I won't say it's a top 10 beer. I'll reserve that for Buttermuch when I actually get a bottle and review it. I'm going to have to review it, you know, because I've drank it, plenty of it, and it is absolutely divine, you know. I'm not so much a pale ale fan as I am a darker beer fan, but obviously I respect, you know, the beers as they are. Wow, I can't believe it's raining. It's actually raining at last. Hey, it's been a while since we've seen rain in England. And from someone who's been watering for the last month, nearly continuously, it's nice to see it, you know. Definitely got hops there. Hint of grasses. What it is a nice, I would say it's a nice session beer. You know, it's definitely a drink you could have on a hot day. Obviously today's not a hot day. You know, it's cooled down quite significantly since this morning when it was absolutely baking at one stage. Especially when you're watering and you're chucking it on and the sun's taking it up as fast as you're putting it down. Oh. So, before I get into that, yeah, Lincoln Green. I'll bring it up on my phone because obviously, you know, I'm in awe of anybody. You know, I'd love, as a person who's drank a lot of real ales over the years, I'd love to be able to open my own brewery. In fact, I'd love to work for a brewery. But fancy ringing me when I'm in the middle of a review. So I'd love to work for a brewery, but obviously the money on the side of things isn't good, and these days, you know, we all need money. So, let's have a look at their website. Right. So, you can see on there, can you see? Yeah, Marion, brilliant. Hood, you know, these are, I love the fact that they're doing Nottingham beers. You know, when you look around the world, and you look at, say for theme parks for example, Walt Disney, you know, his vision is, you know, so far of his ahead of his generation, and but what he did is you play to your strengths. You create an atmosphere of safe and that. Well, Nottingham has got a massive Robin Hood, history. I mean, I'm in Nottingham. Hey, woo, Brittany Bloom award-winning gardener, and on-top floral gardener. But anyway, no one recognises me anyway. But anyway, and for any company to, we need to be playing to our strengths, and for me, the likes of us in Nottingham, we ought to have a Nottingham theme park, which is Robin Hood, roller coasters and that. Build a replica castle, because the castle that was there is a bloody mansion that look. And Americans come over looking for a castle, and they see a mansion and think, "What's this rubbish?" And if you built a castle that was the exact replica, you are gonna get massive tourism. And then you build rides, theme park rides around it, and you could turn Nottingham into a major worldwide destination. It's not too hard to see. If you look around the world, it's not too hard to see. Britain needs to do that, like they have with Harry Potter. Universal have bought the rights for Harry Potter, and the Universal theme parks are thriving because of Harry Potter. But Harry Potter is a British product. We've got the Warner Brothers Studios. We need to build a Harry Potter theme park. But anyway, some of their beers are Lincoln Green, Archer, Tuck, all award-winning champion beers of Nottinghamshire. They've got some good pubs, and I am as a beer fan well impressed. With all what they do really. Our beers. Let me just go on their beers. Core beers, core range. So Marion is a 3.8% pale ale. Hood 4.2% best bitter. Archer 4% American pale ale. No, it's not. It's 4.5% in the bottle. Tuck 4.7% porter. Bang on. Okay. So our beers, occasional then. Marion, Hood. Yep, Tuck. Website's a bit skew with. Right, let's go for these our beers specials. Okay. And it's still bringing up the same beers, so something's wrong with the website. But yeah, buttermuch, fantastic. So, 18 minutes long. I need to stop yakking. It's a good beer. It's got some genuinely nice taste to it, It's not in the my top 10 category, but it is a very good beer. So good. I reckon about a 4.4 out of 5. It is a nice beer. Buttermuch and Tuck, for me, are better. But if you like pale ales, this definitely one to try. You might struggle getting it. You might have to go to the website and order a keg or whatever. Or come up to Nottingham. Look at the pubs. Worth a try. Yeah. One decent beer. See you later.